What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. The first thing we do, Road to Glory, not Draft to Glory. The first thing we do in today's episode is buy our Bronze Legend. For those of you that have clicked the video thinking, Bronze Legend? There's no Bronze Legends in this game. You are wrong. You are wrong. Cameron Gill is the only Bronze Legend in the game. If you guys don't know, of course you don't know unless you watch my streams a lot, why we're talking about Cameron Gill. Basically, when I stream, I get obviously a fair few people come and watch my stream. Cameron Gill, who is a player in the game, is one of them. So, being who we are, doing what we do, we bought Cameron Gill to play with him in games on stream. And I've actually scored around 60 goals with him in about 62 games with a handful of assists as well. And even though his card stats are horrendous and his rating is horrendous, he actually plays really well. Some of the goals that he scores are absolutely fantastic. I've played only online with him on my main account, and I've scored 60 goals with him online. He puts some absolute bangers in the back of the net, and it makes me consider something that I want to talk about during today's episode, and that's how important values are within the cards. For example, he only has 51 shooting, but he puts in some shots that Neymar also puts in. There was a thread on Reddit also today about somebody wanting to know like the difference between 60 shooting and 80 shooting, and I think EA should definitely be. I said definitely twice there, and now I've said it 3 times, so let's stop saying that. I think EA should be more open with what really changes within chemistry, within chem styles, and how relevant the difference between, say, 50 pace and 75 pace is. Like, we should be open to that information. I don't understand why they would keep that sort of stuff hidden. I don't know why they wouldn't say to you, if your player's on 5 chem and has 80 shooting, he gets 80 shooting. We know that much for a fact. We know that 5 chem is base chem and face value stats. So if your player has 5 chem and has 80 shooting, you know he gets 80 shooting. If he has 6 chem and has 80 shooting, does he have like 80.3 shooting? Does he have 82 shooting? Does he have 85 shooting? Why don't we know the exact specifics? Because it would really help people define their teams. Whereas like if you had a player that had like say 90 shooting and he was on 5 chem or 6 chem or 7 chem, you might not give a shit about the rest of the chemistry because you know he already goes up to like 92 or 93 shooting, and that's enough for you. Similarly, I played an offline game there, by the way, to get the fitness back on the team. That's the last fitness game offline we'll have. We also got a pack for winning the final of the Bronze Cup and a few extra coins as well, which was very nice. Similarly, what's the difference between 5 chem, base chem, and 4 chem? Because if 80 shooting is base chem at 5 and he's got 4 chem, does he have like 79.7 shooting, or does he have like 73 shooting or 70 shooting? It would be impressive to understand the ins and outs and the values of what the chemistry really does, so that you could just honestly start helping build towards your ultimate team. With that being said, today's episode is not going to be a long discussion about something else. It is going to be about the episode itself, and you can see that we've got a pretty nice record, an okay amount of coins. We're going to do a few more bronze packs throughout this episode. There will become a point in time where the bronze pack method just isn't important anymore, and the reason for that is because right now I only have 1,000 or 2,000 coins at any given time. So whilst I'm playing games and just editing and stuff like that, putting the bronze packs in isn't a problem. It's time efficient. It earns me a few hundred coins here or there, and in general, it keeps the flow of the club moving. Once I get to a point where I've got both my teams and I don't need to upgrade for a few episodes, I'll start using the coins that we have to trade with. Because once you've got 5, 6, 10, maybe 15,000 coins, you can trade with 10,000 coins and make 1,000 coins in about 5 or 6 minutes if you're lucky enough, or if you're clever enough, or if you're fast enough. But realistically, you're going to be making like 1,000 coins every sort of like 10 minutes at least, with 10,000 coins, 7,000 coins, whatever, depends on the players that you find. And then with that, if you were still doing the bronze pack method and eating up those coins, it takes a lot longer to generate those coins by selling the cards off. You have to wait for the full hour usually for the cards to sell. Even then they don't often sell, so you have to relist them. So once it gets to a certain point, I won't be doing the bronze pack method anymore. We've already got like around 100 contracts in the club as well, so I'm very happy with the state of the contracts in the club. Our players are going to be good for a while. And as you can see there on the screen, I wanted to show you guys my season's history. We're only 8 games in, but it's something that I saw in the comment section, so So if you did want to see it, there it was very briefly for you. And now we're 1 point away from winning the Division 9 title. We come up against a 5 at the back, 5-2-2-1 team. He's actually got a decent enough team, well put together. Obviously, he's just started a new account, and that's the kind of team he's built. And that's why I went for the team that I went for, is because when you go BPL, because the BPL is such a popular league, the players, even the cheapest, worst players, are just more expensive than they should be. Unfortunately for us in this game, 20 minutes into the game, it was quite an even game, to be fair, as well. I got into the box, he took me out, penalty got given. Before I could even take the penalty, he quit the game, which means I didn't get the win. It's essentially as if nothing happened in that game. Although what did happen is we got a few coins for the match, and we lost contracts on everyone. So your players still take up the 1 contract spot each, which meant at the end of this game, I think I had a couple of players out of contract. I had to give the contracts to them. That's correct. I had 3 of my defenders there are out of contract. So we had to add the contracts back to them. Now, fortunately, we've got a couple of we got the 1 goal contract, which we got in the free pack, which is untradeable. So I gave that to Tremoulinas. Tremoulinas will be a defender for us for a long time. We've got 6 + 3 goal contracts, which is pretty decent, and then we've got 89, I think that says, of the +1 goal contract. So we've got a lot of games. And of course, like, most of the players have still got like a hefty amount of contracts on them. There's the odd person here or there with 3, 4 or 5, but in general it's okay. So the next opponent we come up again just needing a point to get up to Division 8. This is a team we come up against, and I was very, very happy, because you see a team like this and you just know 3 points are in the bag pretty damn much. He has literally got the full star pack team with the 2 of the 3 goals that you get for free with the star pack team. However, much like the last game, this guy didn't want me to get a win. He would rather quit than lose, which is shocking. So at 0 minutes, he paused the game, he quit the game, and there we go. We again get a few hundred coins for our troubles. We lose contracts again. Fortunately, we don't lose any fitness, but it's another game where nothing happened. Went into a third game. We come up against this guy. A very nice team, 4-4-1-1. He's got Falcao, Pedro, Navas, very good players. Interestingly, got Giroud there at centre midfield as a cam. I don't mind playing players out of position. You guys must know from many past videos, I don't mind playing players out of position. When you play a player out of position, it's got to be for a reason. I don't understand the reason of putting Giroud at centre midfield. His passing's poor, he's got no skill moves and a lack of pace. Kind of was intriguing to me why he would do it. That being said, this guy still took the lead. He got a dubious penalty after just like 4 or 5 minutes, and he gave it to Petr Cech to take it. But we got straight back into the game just a few minutes later. Jesse Rodriguez banging that into the back of the net. Jesse and Carlos Vela have proven very, very effective. Conor Plianca as well, very effective for me. I'm very happy with how the team is shaping up. There's still a long ways to go to get like the superstar players that we're going to be looking for, but in general the team is in a good place right now. We also got Adjuriz on the ball here. He takes that one with his left foot, bangs that into the near post OP. 2-1 is the score after 50 minutes. Now, for all the possession I had against this guy and all the kind of chances I created against him, I did struggle to get the breakthrough to make it 2-1, but once it became 2-1, you know, typically with people in these low divisions and some people in general, once they go a goal down, they just start playing very strangely, sliding in for tackles that they just shouldn't dive in for, bringing the keeper off the line, taking long shots out of frustration, and that was no different with this guy. And you know, we end up going 3-1 up, and then shortly after he loses the ball out here on the edge of well, on the halfway line, apologies. Varane plays that into Kovacic to Rakitic to DeMarcos back into Rakitic made it 4-1, and that was how the game finished. So very happy with a big 4-1 there, which not only gives us a nice win put on the board, but also the 3,000 coin bonus that we get for winning the division, which is a very important 3,000 coins to the team. I think we end up going and buying someone off the back of that as well. Actually, a few players, because we got quite a few coins in the bag right now. But yeah, we got quite a comfortable win there. He did have a few chances, but 15 points out of a possible 15, 5 wins out of a possible 5, 3,000 coins in the bag. And indeed, we started looking at buying and bolstering this team. So the first player we looked for was Jeremy Mathieu. Jeremy Mathieu, for me, is one of the best centre-backs in the game. He's got crazy good stats. He's very, very cheap, me getting him there for 1,200 coins. He does have a high attacking work rate, which is a negative, but I personally don't feel it too badly. We then also went and picked up Isco. We needed that third and final midfielder to allow us full rotation of the midfielders to keep fitness up. I bought Isco with a nice amount of contracts there, again for quite cheap, left us with 1,400 coins. The next thing I wanted to do was improve the attack. We do have Torres and Adjuriz, But I've been doing a Road to Glory also on stream, and in my stream Road to Glory, the stream viewers kind of wanted me to get Griezmann instead of any other striker. So I picked up Griezmann, and he is amazing, and he's cheap. He's like 4,300 coins. So I thought to myself, let me try and gather the 4,300 coins, which is what we're going to do throughout the episode. But I know I need to play a few games. We've come up against this team here, 4-2-2 formation. Very, very nice put together team. He's got, you know, Cavani, Verratti, Matuidi, a really nice team. But very early on, Parejo there with a stunning free kick. I've scored a fair few free kicks with him in my time, especially during the draft whenever I have him in the team. I think Parejo is just a magnificent midfielder this year. I think he's very underrated and very undervalued. And the fact that you can pick him up for 900 coins is crazy. We then get the ball with Rafinha here on the top of the box. He bangs that with his left foot. It takes a little bobble before he shoots, which kind of gives it the lift and the height. He puts it in the top left corner. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. I don't know if Rafinha should be able to score those sort of goals, but on the off chance, took the shot, popped it in the back of the net. Lovely finish. And that 4-star weak foot came in very, very handy. And at that point, this guy decided that he had had enough. It was only 2-0, but I was dominating the game. And at 30 minutes in, you know, it was only going to get worse for him really going forward from there. You never know in FIFA specifically, but in my opinion, it would have just got worse and worse and worse for him. So he rage quit, gave us 461 coins. It gave us the first 3 points that we had into Division 8 now, which is very nice. We need 15 points to win the division, and we get a nice bonus again once we win this division. Now, we're out of contracts again here for a few of the players. Parejo out of contracts. Parejo, people must look at Parejo and see that 59 pace and just instantly dismiss him. I don't think you should do that. Like, he is a very, very good midfielder. He has a little bit of everything. He does lack that pace, and he does lack the 4-star skill moves, but he's got pretty much everything else you need, and for 1,000 or less coins, I don't know how you can like kind of argue with that. So the reason why I went for another striker as well is because Fernando Torres is now, out of contracts. Torres has done an alright job for us, not a crazy good job. I thought he was a lot better than he actually turned out to be. But for me specifically in this formation, I don't really use my strikers too much. The wingers and the midfielders seem to be far more effective than than the strikers. So I went into the catalogue and bought all the gifts that I could possibly buy for myself again, and thank you to those that donated the gifts, the balls, the kits, the badges, etc. Because it all adds those extra 1,000 coins here or there that you guys end up gifting is very important. Now, I said something in the previous episode that was incorrect, and I'd just like to correct myself with that, and that is that you can gift the coin boosts. You cannot gift the coin boosts. You have to earn those for yourself, which is very unfortunate, but probably makes a little bit of sense. If anyone could gift the coin boost, people probably just create brand new accounts, gift all the coin boosts, play the games, quit straight away, get the coins, and it would be a coin farming method, I guess, which is why they've removed that. So we did go and get ourselves as many kits and balls and badges and such as we could, just to get the extra coins to help work towards that Griezmann. Griezmann goes for around 4,000 to 4,500 depending on the time of the day. Because I typically play late at night, the prices are a little bit, they're usually about 20, maybe 10, 15, 20% higher for the low players. So instead of 4,000 coins, they're usually like 44, 4,500. So we had little ways to work towards to try and get that Griezmann card. But as you can see here, we've got the balls, the badge. Well, I don't think there's any badges in there actually. It's just the balls and the kits. Just to show you that they are all there. I ended up making that my active ball. I didn't like the ball that I had, so I changed the ball there and got rid of the rest of the items, which gave us 1,032 coins. Puts us just 1,000 coins away, which isn't too bad because we still have the Torres to discard, which is going to bring us like 600 odd coins. And then I've got quite a few things in the club that I could have got rid of. There's a few bronze players that are worth like almost 50 coins. There was that silver coach there that was worth like about 100 coins. There was a ball and a couple of balls. I think a ball and a badge or a ball and a kit that I could have discarded. There was nothing in consumables that I could have sold, but I got rid of the players here, these 4 bronze players. They might have eventually sold for 150, 200 if I would have listed them on the market a whole bunch of times, or if they would have been relevant for a tournament or something like that. But I want to, I'll open so many more bronze packs in the next few episodes anyway that I'll pull a lot of players back. So I discarded those 4 players there. I discarded the Fernando Torres. We're going to put Adjuriz up front for the next game, and even if we don't get Griezmann now, we'll play one more game, we'll be able to afford him after, it'll be no problem at all. So we quick sold the Fernando Torres. It's a shame to get rid of him, although he costs so little. If I really wanted him, I could have just bought him back anytime I liked. He is a decent player. He just lacks a little something in FIFA, in my opinion. So we're up to 3,800 coins now, and we do indeed take this team into another game. We come up against this team. Now, this is the best team we've faced so far in the series. He's got a very, very nice team. He's got the Inform Coutinho, the Inform Alexandro at left wing. He's got, you know, Coutinho. Wait, Inform. No, I can't remember. He's got Inform someone from Liverpool up front, and then Coutinho in behind. He's got the Inform. What's his name? What is his name? What is his name? Roberto Firmino. He's got the Inform Firmino and Coutinho in the team. Hulk at right wing. You saw the team, you know who he's got there. He actually ends up taking a 1-0 lead against me as well, but I wasn't really too fussed because I felt like the dominant team in this game, and I got the ball back and the goal back pretty early with Adjuriz there. A couple of passes in the box, left Adjuriz in a bit of space, and it wasn't the strongest of shots, but somehow managed to narrowly tuck it past the keeper. Kind of glad I didn't put too much power on that shot because I reckon a more powerful shot might have sent it wide. We end up tucking that one in behind. Perez here finds Conor Plianka with an absolutely fantastic pass. Conor Plianka gets a bit of space in the box. The guy just really makes it easy for me to walk through his defence. Conor Plianka has proven to be as good as Jesse Rodriguez on that left wing. You know, it doesn't matter if I've got Jesse or Conor in the left wing. They both do a great job. Villa does an amazing job in the right wing. But Feghouli is good, not great. Feghouli is kind of like the weakest part of the wingers. End up drawing the game or tying the game up just after half time with a really, really poor choice. I tried to pass out of defence and it ended up costing me. I gave him the ball just as it was right there, but he gave it back pretty easily. You know, he wasn't the best at passing, he wasn't the best at attacking, he was pretty strong at defending, even though I did score quite a few goals. We got the ball back into Adjuriz in the box there. One of the problems that he had when defending is that he just backed off me a lot. I don't know what he was expecting or why he was backing off me, but every time I pick up the ball, he just dropped back a couple of yards, and it made it easy to find the holes in his defence, and then especially when I was in the box, it made it very easy for me to kind of get the space and the time to position myself correctly to have the shot to score the goals. We did end up going 3-3 after going 3-2 up. But after that, I really grabbed hold of the game. I started focusing a little bit harder just to try and concentrate and make sure I did get the 3 points. As you can see, we scored 2 with Adjuriz and 1 with Conor Plianka. And straight from kickoff, Carlos Vela runs through his guy's entire team, past the lunging defender, and smashes that one into the far post. 4-3 after 54 minutes. And it was just kind of like a bombardment of attacks after that. Just around the, I think this is around the 60th minute here. Around the 70th minute, I'm sorry. Conor Plianka, a bit of space, bit of pace down the left-hand side, cuts inside after the defender bites, and the guy just kind of leaves me to my own devices there, and Conor smashes that one home. Cono's second goal of the game, Adjuriz with a couple of goals, Carlos Vela with a goal, my entire attack getting involved, which is brilliant. I did bring Cameron Gill on for the last 10 minutes, but as you can see by the 4 rating, he just didn't do anything. Enzo Perez with 3 assists for the team, very nice indeed, and we got 550 coins, which is obviously going to give us enough coins now to go ahead and grab ourselves the Griezmann. That's our second win in Division 8 as well, which is very nice indeed, of course. And when we go and look at Griezmann on the market, we sold the All Attributes card, which gave us even more coins to definitely guarantee ourselves the ability to get that Griezmann, and that is exactly what we went out to do. Now, Griezmann is quite a different striker, of course, to Adjuriz. He's faster, he's got skill moves, he's left-footed, he's kind of the polar opposite of Adjuriz, but I like having the option of having the target man or the kind of poacher on the team. You know, if ever I'm in a game where Griezmann isn't working, I can bring on Adjuriz. If ever I'm in a game where Adjuriz isn't working, I can bring on Griezmann, and basically just really try and mix it up to get the best out of both strikers. So this, guys, is going to be the end of the episode. I do appreciate all the support you've given on the series so far. If you could drop a thumbs up, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.